8 games of hoops on a Sunday night. My name is Levi Jacob, and this is your daily basketball recap. Today, no Shlomo. We're missing him. He's getting back tomorrow, but he's currently in the air right now. So I'm just going to run through the games quickly just to give you the proper recap that you need to make sure that you're not missing anything that's important that happened over the last day. Rockets beat the Jazz 129-101. Kevin Durant came back after a 2-game absence, scored 25 points. This Jazz team has dipped a little bit, but that's because the last 2 games before this were the Lakers, and this game was against the Rockets, so they have a little bit of a tough schedule moving forward. Kevin Durant was pretty good in his first game back, but better was Alperen Şengün, 27 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Shot 10 for 15. Pretty good night for him. 7 of 9 from the line. So that was, pretty as what we've come to expect from Alperen Şengün this year. Ace Bailey was the top performer. He went out a game prior with what was thought to be an injury. He came back. He's totally fine. Just loving life, playing against his favorite player in Kevin Durant. He scored a very efficient 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3. Just a good game overall from him. The Rockets really played the Ime Udoka defense. Our game of the night, the Atlanta Hawks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Atlanta Hawks win 142, Philadelphia Sixers 134. Jalen Johnson brought these Hawks home. He finished with 41 points, 14 rebounds, and hit two three-pointers back-to-back in the double overtime period to really bring them home. This was Joel Embiid's first game back in this iteration of Joel Embiid's return. But man, was this a game. Tyrese Maxey had 44, 7, and 9. It wasn't enough, though. This was just a slobber knocker. If you have one game of the night that you get to watch, this would be it. It was immense. It was so much fun to watch. Nickeil Alexander-Walker also had a crazy game as well. They had all across this game, there was just fireworks. Obviously, defense was not a key factor here, but for this Atlanta Hawks team, they're putting up some good wins on some pretty impressive teams. The 76ers team, obviously, being a surprise this season to be this good. But it was a well-earned win for this Atlanta Hawks team, and will be interesting to see what happens when Trae Young comes back. Next, Boston Celtics 117, Cavs 115. Peyton Pritchard, 42 points. Jalen Brown had a triple-double, and the Celtics managed to outlast the Cavaliers here. Honestly, this Cavaliers team on offense looks really messy right now. Evan Mobley had 27 and 14, 4 assists, 11 of 17 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. This was a really standout game from him. This is, it's one of those things that it's nice to see his progression. Jarrett Allen has been out. He was in last game. This game, though, he was not. He's been in and out a lot, and this next week he's actually going to be out as well. It's nice to clear the floor for him. He's able to operate. He's able to show his growth. And maybe this is kind of by the trade deadline. Maybe the Cavaliers kind of see that and tend to move on, think to move on from Jarrett Allen, because honestly, Evan Mobley needs the space to operate. Donovan Mitchell's obviously also been playing out of his mind. Darius Garland is good when he's in there. They've had a lot of injury issues. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing if this team is the real deal. I don't think they are. I think that their offense has looked worse to me this season. But they beat the Celtics team, but the Celtics team, personally, I don't believe is as good as they've been showing. I think it's been kind of the uptick from them. Anthony Simons, I think, in the last game played pretty well as well, so that he kind of came alive, because for the few first games before that, it was not looking good. Next, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Trailblazers 123-115. Wow, was this also a game? It was a game from the standpoint that Denny Avdia put up 31 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists. There was some other record-breaking news, which is SGA now sits alone. I'm reading this quote from Yahoo. SGA now sits alone for the second longest streak of games with 20 or more points, with 93, passing Wilt Chamberlain. The longest streak is still Wilt Chamberlain at 132. So he still has a ways to go, but very, very impressive streak. SGA has been playing out of his mind this season. A lot of people have been putting a lot of props towards Jokic. He's absolutely earned it, but so has Shea. Both of them have really, really taken it up a level. I think actually, in a funny way, like the competitiveness of the two of them together really has lent itself to both of their games really being honed and really substantially growing. So kudos. This was the Thunder had a lot of players back tonight. Jalen Williams was still playing. The Jalen Williams has since come back. Yeah, just overall what we've come to expect from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Very impressive from them. The Portland Trailblazers earlier in the season gave them a couple of problems. Tonight was not the same case. They were neck and neck, I think, about until the half. And then there was some separation that started to happen because the Thunder just flew away with it. Now with all their players back and everything, it's not really comparable. Next, Knicks 116 versus the Raptors 94. Good win, important win for the Knicks team. Cat through the half was not playing very well. His second half was much better. He ended with 22, 8, and 2. Second half shooting was much better for him. This is the kind of thing that we need to see. Josh Hart also contributed with 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. And this team is the offense is looking better for sure. It isn't just Jalen Brunson with everything. As far as Jalen Brunson, he was 6 for 19, but it wasn't. This Raptors team has good defense. They play good defense, so I'm not so scared from it. Top scorer on the Raptors side was Emmanuel Quickley. I'm happy that he's back and he's playing okay this season as well. Brandon Ingram was limited to 4 of 11, but it's not. Sue me. I'm the guy who I don't care about 4 of 11 from the field if he's your top player. But Barnes, Scotty Barnes, also scored 4 of 7 from 3. His defense has gone up a level this season, and I think that's allowed his offense also to go up a level this season. So everybody's kind of just more in the camp of, okay, he clearly has gotten better. This is a much needed win for a team that when a Knicks team plays a game like this against this kind of team, this is what you need to see from them in order to believe that they are, really moving forward. I think that their identity still needs to be a little bit more clear. But as the season goes on, we'll see. Anthony Edwards has done it once more. 125 versus the Spurs 112. Anthony Edwards 32, 3 and 6. This is his. I don't know if it was over the course of his career. I think that over the last 5 games, though, he's had over 30 points per game. He's been averaging somewhere around. Now with this game, I want to say somewhere around 37, 36. Awesome. He's really, really. He's turned it on the last few games. He had previous 2 games 5 threes made. This game he had 4 threes. He's really kicking it up a notch. This is the Anthony Edwards that you've wanted to see, and he's really showed up the last few games. And this is what it will take for the Timberwolves to be a team in this Western Conference. The Western Conference has gone up a level as well, and he's really going to be able to. So he's really going to need to play like this in order to make it happen. He created separation also in the second half. He's now Minnesota's leader with all-time 30-point games. Julius Randle added 22, 12 assists, 6 rebounds. So another solid game from Julius Randle. I'm impressed with what he's been able to do as stable production, how he's able to contribute to the offense and on defense sometimes. Playmaking wise, he's brought a valiant effort to this team, and this is what they need from him in order to again succeed as a team. They need all the parts of this team because they don't have a lot of depth. They don't have a lot of they need help. They need help. I hope they go get it for Ant at some point soon. But this Spurs team, De'Aaron Fox at 25, but they're more depleted. Devin Vassell had another 20-point game, but they need some health back. Dylan Harper scored 17 points. Good from the rookie. Very nice. Okay. Last 2 games. Grizzlies 115, Kings 107. Zach Edey had 32 points and 17 rebounds. When he is on the floor, the Grizzlies are noticeably better. He needs to remain on the floor. He needs to stop with the foul trouble. He needs to remain healthy. He's enormous. He's like 7'4". It's one of those things where what do you do with a guy out there who's 7'4"? Like how do you when he's playing offense and playing defense well? What do you do? He was 16 of 20. There's literally nothing to do. Plus 25. That's immense. He's nuts. Jalen Wells has been playing better. Still no Ja. I wonder if Ja will come back. Colin Coward, Cedric Coward's play has dropped off some. And on the Kings side, DeMar DeRozan at 23, Zach LaVine at 19. Westbrook has been contributing less these days. It's been rough, but also Malik Monk at 21. So his play might pick up as Russell Westbrook's play drops off if he gets more minutes, things like that. I don't really understand what this Kings team is still. I'm sure that we'll all speculate that they're gonna make a lot of trades before the trade deadline, but knowing the Kings, I don't think that they will, and that's like, God, I just feel bad for Domantas Sabonis, who he deserves better. He really does deserve better. Last game of the night, the Lakers defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 133-121. Luka Doncic scored 34 points, 20 of which were in the first quarter. Contributions from all the classics. Reeves, no LeBron tonight. Reeves had 33 though, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. Ayton had 22 and 12. He's doing exactly what he needed to do. Jake Lerby had 10. That's not really a notable thing. I just was reading it. And on the Pelicans side, Sadiq Bey put up another 22 and 11. He's been putting up double-doubles, I think, for the last few games. Jeremiah Frears at 21 on 7 of 14 shooting. Queen's play has also kind of cooled off some. I just don't believe in this team. And Zion didn't play once more. There are very few organizations run like the Pelicans, and I think the league needs to thank God for that. Honestly, I don't think it's so good that the Pelicans are run the way that they are. I think there's a lot of goodness, the Pelicans. Anyways, that was your daily basketball recap. Again, tomorrow, Shlomo will be back. We're going to love to dive into all these games, but that was it for today. Thank you to everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching. Have a great rest of your day, and see you tomorrow.